I used to know this couple who were very happy together, but unbeknownst to each other, had a little bit of a communication problem. I know this because they used to confide in me. It wasn't a huge, earth-shattering secret, but annoying little things. The big problem was he had a habit of tapping a pencil all the time when he was thinking or writing notes. He didn't know he did it, but all the time there was this constant tap, 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 tap. This really annoyed his wife, but she didn't tell him. But every time he did it, if she was reading a newspaper, she would noisily turn the pages, making a real song and dance out of it. She didn't really think that he would understand that it was her way of saying, "Will you please stop tapping?" But she kind of did. Meanwhile, he was getting really annoyed because she seemed to be incapable of reading a newspaper without making an unholy row. Now, every so often, working with clients, the issue of communication comes up. People complain because they aren't getting what they want. And when we delve into this, it's often because they haven't told anyone what they want. But I've given them enough hints, they always say, but that's not enough. It might surprise you to know that people aren't psychic. Just because something is a burning issue in your mind and life, that doesn't mean it's the same for someone else. You need to be very clear on what you want and whether that person can provide it. And then you can make the request. I always remember a quote by a coach called Michael Neal, who said, "You can ask anyone for anything if you make it okay for them to say no." So whether it's to be exhibited in a particular gallery, to collaborate with someone, or even a particular gift for your birthday, you have to let people know what it is that you want. So what happened to the previous uncommunicative couple? Well, I suggested to the wife that she ask her husband if he realised that he tapped. From there, she could explain calmly how irritating she found it, not as blame, but as an observation. What in fact happened was she asked him if he knew he tapped, and he said yes, he did it to take his mind off his tinnitus. It had never occurred to her that he was doing it for a good reason and not just an unconscious, annoying habit. And the funny thing is, once she knew the background, she suddenly found that it wasn't quite as irritating anymore. But he never did discover why she suddenly stopped rattling her newspapers.